Waiting for the camera to go in. Are we good? Morning, everyone. Another day, another King Angel show. How you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Happy Thursday. Almost a weekend. Tomorrow it's Friday, and we might or might not be in love. It all depends on our current love situation. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Like I said, welcome to the King Angel show. I'm King Angel, a Bay Area live streamer and content creator. We focus on reviews, reaction, and discussions about different topics: true crime, history, mythology, music, movies, arts, culture, science, fun facts, a little bit of everything. We do it all here at the King Angel show, as long as it falls into the parameters of reacting to it, reviewing, and just, discussing, engaging, communication, which is key to the improvement of us human beings, and it's what differs us from everything else in the world. Joseph, how you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning. Hope everything's going well on your end, bud, and happy Thursday. So, there we go. I don't like when it does that thing in the edges. I have to move it. I'm getting a better green screen because this one specifically is a little bit small. So, not small, but it's a circle, so it goes on the back part of my chair. So, you only have a certain amount of space to be able to move. So, well. Dude, that's what's up, Joseph. Koopa Troop. Hell yeah. Hope everything's going well on your end and the Koopa Troop as well. Today we're gonna be doing what we've been doing every day. A little bit of coffee. You know what? Dang. Alright, I'm gonna go get my coffee that I left outside. We're gonna read some news. We'll start with some gaming news today. A couple of interesting things there. We'll move on to we'll do, obviously, science. We'll stop by technology as well, and we'll just go through a rabbit hole from that point on. We'll find something, and then from that point, that'll take us to something else, that'll take us to something else, that'll take us to something else. So that's the name of the game, and we'll hang out. You guys are enjoying that music right now. So I'm looking forward to going and seeing the Super Mario Brothers movie. I'm going this weekend. I actually I was seeing Yang Ye's review yesterday of it, and it seems pretty interesting, especially I absolutely love the Super Mario Brothers series. I like the whole characters in general, so I am so down to see it. And one of the things that Yang Ye said was that Jack Black steals the show, so yeah, I'm all in. And Charlie Day is Luigi, which I didn't put two and two together. I saw the trailer, but I didn't know it was him until I saw this dude's review yesterday. I was like, oh shit. I'm a huge It's Always Sunny fan, so yeah, definitely there. Especially if Charlie Day is there. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that movie. So you know what? I might even go this weekend to see it as well, Joseph. So don't even be surprised that we'll end up talking about it by Sunday or something, because I'll probably see it too. It looks very interesting. Looking forward to a lot of movies, to be honest with you. Especially like A24 has a whole bunch of movies coming out this year. I saw that. I follow this really amazing musician. His name is Moses Sumney, and I saw. Oh, happy almost Easter! I don't know if you celebrate Easter or not. My parents, like, I was raised by highly Catholic conservative parents, so I don't celebrate it myself, but I have celebrated many Easters in my lifetime. Like I was, yeah, they're like extremely conservative. But nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. I don't, but I still would wish you a happy Easter as well. Happy almost Easter, Joseph. So don't worry about it. I appreciate that. This musician that I follow, Moses Sumney, he uploaded was it a teaser? It could be like a small little teaser, but they're making the sequel to X, which seems extremely interesting. Like I want to see what else they're gonna do with this whole thing, because it's Pearl, X, and now the new one is called Maxine or something. We'll probably see it when we go through the news now. But yeah, A24 has a whole bunch of movies coming out this year. Beau is Afraid is coming out in a week or two. That's a movie I've been waiting for quite some time now. I cannot wait. It looks extremely interesting, and we did a review trailer. A review for the trailer. You can find that on the video section on my YouTube, which you can subscribe to my channel as well. I'm consistently uploading videos there. If you don't see an upload by 7 a.m., that means that I'm working on the videos to be able to start uploading them. I'm a one-man show, so sometimes it takes me a little bit more time to be able to do things, but nonetheless, we still get it done. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find that link anywhere in the about section, description box, wherever you're watching me from. But yeah, we'll start with the news. I'll go through my information real quick. That way we're up to speed with everything, and then we will move on to reading the news. Like I said, we'll start with gaming news. I saw that, yeah, God of War Ragnarok has a new game plus. It came out yesterday. I will definitely be playing that this weekend. I just love seeing his eyes. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of topics that we can go through. Obviously, you know, I'm not gonna do anything that has to do with politics or anything related to it. I'm not. There's plenty of other content creators that can do that. So, hope your fur baby is doing well. Did you see? Look at him. Mine is glad that it's not 80 some odd degrees outside right now with my window open. I will be honest with you, Joseph. I am so done with this cold. I'm good. Like, I could easily do without, and I'm ready for some. I'm ready for some summer in my life. Maybe not too much. I need to exaggerate, either getting to like an 80s, like high 80s or 90s, but a nice cool 70, 75 degrees, sunny day. I can't wait. I don't know. I'm tired of having to layer up. I'm tired of having to wear a sweater and a jacket to be able to go out. I'm ready for some t-shirt weather. Let's go. Okay. I don't want my coffee to get cold either, because that's another thing. Can't leave things out because it gets cold really quickly. So let me get my coffee. I'll be right back. Hold on. All right. Sweet. Ah. Oh, we don't want that. move things around. Cool. Right, really quickly, if you want to further support me, you can join my Patreon community. That's $2 a month. Whole bunch of benefits, full unedited videos, reaction videos exclusive to Patreon. There are private Discord channels for Patreon members only. We watch movies, album listens. I go live there as well for Patreon members only, and you get a whole bunch of benefits as well. On that same note, join the King Angels Entertainment Lounge. That's my public Discord. Same thing. We watch movies, album listens, documentaries, science, education. I'm taking courses for a lot of things. So one of the things that I've decided to do is improve A, on my skills and talent, and B, on my content creation and my online presence as well. So I've actually been taking some courses to help me out a lot. I am streaming them on, because I find them online and whatnot. Dude, YouTube, for anything that you're looking for. Obviously, you already know this, but the point is to learn together, and ranges from tips and tricks for Premiere Pro. You just have to have the software on your own. Like, I don't really have it. But you can, if you have the Creative Cloud apps, we can take some courses over on Discord, tips and tricks to better your video editing skills. That's one of the things I'm taking now. I'm also taking some management and leadership courses as well. I also take some content creation, scripts, like how to write a better script for your YouTube videos, tips for like streaming and shit. But mostly it's I'm learning, and I would want you to learn with me. That's basically it. You could obviously learn it on your own. There's plenty of places that plenty of channels on YouTube that you can find that could help you improve, which is awesome, and that's like the whole point. And I highly recommend, because it's in our nature to want to improve and be better when we put our minds to it. And you can only achieve that through perseverance, and putting in the work of learning new things and practicing it, because practice makes perfect. So yeah, if you're interested, join that Discord, King Angels Entertainment Lounge. You can find that link wherever it is that you're watching me, in the section where it has like my information and whatnot. But yeah, again, they're just like simple tips and tricks. I have some that are like literally starting from the scratch, like on a Premiere Pro. I'm also brushing up my skills on After Effects as well, Illustrator, Photoshop, and again, just to repeat, you can find all of these on YouTube on your own, but the whole point is learning it together and talking about it, and discussing ideas and brainstorming and conversation. Again, it's what differs us from all the other animals in the world. So I feel like we should take advantage of that. I mentioned the Discord. Yeah, you can find me all across social media. You can see all my social media presence right here. Bam, I'm on all that. King Angel Show. Just look for me. You can use your Amazon Prime on Twitch to further support me if you want. Just follow me over on Twitch as well. Like, it's perfect. I mean, it all works out for the best. I also have a blog spot now. I added the link to my link tree, so you can also find that link somewhere there. Click on that, and I do like blog posts and whatnot. It's fairly new. I'm still working on posting new things. It's hard to keep up with so many things at the same time. I'm everywhere, but being everywhere implies that you have to be on top of it all. And again, I'm a one-man show, so literally it's called the King Angel Show. So be patient with me. I can't always get to it immediately, but I will. And yeah, the most important thing is obviously the Patreon, Twitch, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can comment on my videos. Just check them out. Let me know what you think. And my TikTok. Follow me over there as well. I'm telling you, I'm everywhere, and sometimes it's just overwhelming to have to keep up with all that. But at the same time, I enjoy it very, very much. So I guess it's a win-win situation. Cool. Like I said before, we're going to be just same hangout. We're hearing some music. We are going to be reading some news, going down some rabbit holes. One thing will lead us to the next. Hopefully some of the articles that we'll read have videos on them that don't have that crappy copyright music on it, so that we can watch it. If not, I'll just mute it and we'll enjoy it as much as we can with it being muted. So, with that said, I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Let's move on to this other screen. All right, so I said let's start with science first. See what's up. Ah, shit, that was yesterday. Well, are there any actual pictures? So April's full pink moon will rise this week by Taylor Niccioli and Ashley Strickland. This is CNN.com. This was updated at 5:22 a.m. Oh, that's Eastern, so I was fast asleep. April's full moon, known as a pink moon, is named after the bright pink wildflower Phlox subulata that blooms in the spring. Wow, that's beautiful. Is there an actual video? Can we not see what it looks like? Well, I don't want the actual we can read about it, but I want to see I'd like to know if we can see an actual. I'll leave it open. See if we can see an actual picture of it. Will rise this week. Oh, I thought it said April. Yeah, whatever. Pink moon in the spring. I don't get it. I thought it was moon observers can begin to see the lunar event starting Wednesday night, and it will peak early Thursday morning at 12:34. I don't know. That looks like an ad. Full moons are visible to those in the northern and southern hemispheres, as they are considered to be in the full moon phase up to 12 hours before and after their peak, according to Earth Sky. For optimal viewing of the pink moon, Petro recommends finding a spot with minimal light pollution and with a clear view of the sky. Onlookers can also keep an eye out for Venus and Mars, as they will be out and fairly close to the moon in the night sky. If there's one thing about being a stoner, is, man, we miss out on, well, at least I miss out on so many things that happen apparently at night. I've never seen any of this shit. I'm always asleep, which I guess is great because I get a full night's sleep, but I didn't see this. I had no idea this was happening. And this would have been great to be able to see and appreciate, but I also appreciate a good night's sleep. Let me tell you something. The older I get, the more I appreciate the fact that I invested in a good mattress. Listen, if you're watching me and you're over 30, you need to change your mattress. Change it. Get something more, invest in it. Buy something expensive. Go wild. Dude, you will not regret it. The day can be as heavy as possible, but that night's sleep, that's what determines how you're going to wake up the next day. So the more comfortable and the better you sleep at night, the more productive and energetic you're going to be the next day. And it's a recurring thing, so you have to, I mean, you have to sleep every night. You might as well just do it in something that is worth the money and is good for your body, good for your back, and allows you to have a good night's sleep. It's crazy because when I was, dude, think about it. When you're young, when I was young, I used to party. I used to party all the time. I would sleep anywhere. I didn't give a shit. Why? There was nothing to care about. Why would I care about something like that? Now, bro. I don't play games with sleep. And I don't even sleep like that long. I'm good with 6 hours, 6.5 hours. I'm 7, bro. I'll wake up like I drank like 4 Red Bulls. Like I wake up pretty early, so I'm up by 5:30, 6 a.m. As soon as I wake up, again, I feel like, I just feel like I drank like a whole bunch of Red Bull. Like I drank 3 cans of Red Bull, and listen to this. When I quit smoking actual cigarettes, I smoked cigarettes for a very long time. When I quit, that first week, because I was so anxious, I would wake up really early, and obviously I would smoke as soon as I would wake up. And I did it cold turkey, so I didn't do any of like the patches or anything like that, because I relied on cannabis, which was awesome. But it ended up giving me a lot of anxiety, and I would wake up early in the morning, and you'd see me just walking around the house. And then I'd drink coffee too, so that would make me want to smoke even more, because that was my whole thing. I'd do like my coffee with a cigarette. That was crazy, dude. I looked like someone hooked on meth, because I couldn't get a cigarette fix. Just walking around the house. Obviously, it kind of goes away after a couple days, but it's an addiction. It definitely is. So it had that effect on me. But nonetheless, as a stoner, you miss out on all these things. And no idea. And again, invest in a great mattress. You'll thank yourself for it. It'll be the best thing you do for yourself. So, we're looking for a video. Hey, I guess this is only pictures. Okay, perfect. Nice. Alright, so this is from, of course, space.com. I'm gonna have to... Okay, so pink moon delights skywatchers around the world during April full moon 2023. Reading off again, space.com. This was written by Robert Leah and was published 2 hours ago. April's full moon did not disappoint. So moon watchers lit up Twitter and other social media sites on Thursday morning with stunning images and footage of April 2023's full moon, also known as the pink moon. The first moon of spring 2023 rose on Wednesday, April 5th, but reached its peak in the early hours on Thursday, April 6th. So, Jamal Nasir, who goes by the handle of The Moon Guy on Twitter, a self-taught and avid moon photographer, caught the pink moon shining over Punjab, Pakistan. The glow of the full moon in Nasir's images is seen shining through clouds, illuminating them with white light. Wow. Fishermen observed the pink moon over... Oh shit, this is Huntington Beach in California. California forever. On Wednesday, so this was yesterday. Nice. Nice. Bay Area, baby bird. That's hell yeah. The pink moon rises over San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. California forever. Wow, it looks beautiful. Full moon rises above the Pisa Tower, Torre de Pisa, and Baptistery in Pisa, Tuscany, Italy. Nice. Oh, gotcha. So despite its somewhat frivolous name, the pink moon looks ominous and foreboding when framed by a gargoyle at Notre Dame de Paris Cathedral in Paris on April 4th, 2023. Wow. If anything, that kind of looks like someone doing like a hand thing for a shadow, like a hand puppet and whatnot. A pink moon rises over Gaza City early on Thursday morning. Wow, that's beautiful. But these are pretty spectacular. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this is the perspective from. Okay, this is the moon guy, and this is from Punjab, Pakistan. Wow. Dang, and you can see the like in the image to the left, you can see that ring around the moon really clearly. Let's see. Nice. Does it take me to actual Twitter? Wow. That's beautiful. Nice. Very necessary to have that video blocker. I've had some really bad experiences being live and like. Ooh, wow. That is so beautiful. Okay, so let's see. So it said a node to the bountiful blooming flowers and trees that the spring weather brings, presenting you the pink moon. Wow. It's crazy. And to think, Artemis 2. They're going to be heading to the moon next year. Dude, that is so great. We talked about it here a few days ago. That was, wow. That was amazing. Oh, well, talking about it was amazing. The whole fact that they're going to the moon now again, it's just, wow. Okay, so it says, one of the most stunning images of the April full moon to grace social media was taken by Twitter user Marwella Zhang, a self-described space enthusiast, amateur space artist, and amateur photographer. After waiting for the clouds to clear up to give her a better view, Zhang outdid herself by capturing the pink moon in breathtaking detail. Okay, let's see. Put it up a little bit so that we can see it. Holy cannoli. Wow. Dude, that looks like the Death Star. Not even kidding. This person posted Sigma Street Haran posted a spectacular time-lapse video on Twitter that showed the pink moon diving behind Seattle's Space Needle. Oh. Let's see. It says, here's a time-lapse of this morning's pink moon setting behind Space Needle in the Seattle skyline. Shooting a moon alignment video requires pretty precise location planning, as you can't move your tripod once you start. I planned these shots using photo pills. Camera, Fujifilm. Whoa. Oh, wow. Holy cannoli. Dude, did you see that? Holy shit. Oh, damn, that's beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it up a little bit. Here, I'll start it again. Dude, that's what I call $1 million shot right there. That's like I'd frame it. That precise picture right there. That is, wow. Good job. A round of applause for him. It's a great job. That's beautiful. Okay, this person's name is Sigma Sridharan. Her at is at Sigmas. That was, wow, that was beautiful. This one is just like completely spectacular. Like, wow. I'd frame it as well. This is a completely frameable picture right there. Okay, so you might be wondering why in those incredible images and videos of the pink moon, April's full moon doesn't actually look very pink. That's because the pink moon is pink in name alone. Farmer's Almanac says that the April full moon actually gets its moniker from the fact that its rise coincides with the annual bloom of Phlox subulata. This is a pink wildflower native to North America that is also known as moss pink. Coming from Native American tradition, that's what's up. The pink moon title refers to the springtime bloom of this flower. Okay. Okay, so other alternative names for April's full moon, also from Native American tradition, also refer to the blossoming of plant life during the onset of spring. These include the budding moon of plants and shrubs, and the moon of the red grass appearing from the Tlingit and Oglala traditions. Okay? There we go. We found our first rabbit hole we're about to go down. Okay, so this is a pink wildflower native to North America that is also known as moss pink, coming from Native American tradition. The pink moon title refers to springtime. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I googled pink moon Native American tradition. So the Algonquin tribes knew this moon as a time to gather ripening strawberries. It is also known as the rose moon or the hot moon. Bucks begin to grow new antlers at this time. This full moon was also known as the thunder moon because thunderstorms are so frequent during this month. Sorry. I need to know what the hell my cat's doing. Sorry about that. He was making these. He was scratching on something. I had no idea what he was doing. Okay, so why is it so big? That looks really uncomfortable to watch, to read. Okay, so I'm reading from abcnews.go.com. It is what is a pink moon? Full moon rituals to blossom this spring. The pink moon will reach peak illumination on Thursday, April 6, 2023. Okay. So, welcome in warmer weather and... Wait, who wrote this? Sorry. This was written by Haley Yamada. Published March 22nd, 2023. So, welcome in warmer weather and count your lucky stars during the pink moon. The full moon set to arrive in April, which will usher in renewed energy this spring. Celebrity astrologer... Okay, you lost me right there. Celebrity astrologer. The fuck out of here. Okay. Ritual for the full... wait. Hold on. Because if you're going to go... You're going to start talking to... Alright. Yeah, that's some juju shit. Okay. I just want some type of like history about it. I don't want this. Cool. Okay, this I can read. This makes sense because this is actually talking about things that have to do with Native Americans and, you know, why it's called Pink Moon. That's what I wanted to read at. I didn't want all that unnecessary information. And let me tell you something. You lost me. You will lose me on the spot. As soon as you say celebrity anything, I'm out. That's it. Sorry, I don't take my advice from celebrities. Ew, get out of here, dude. Because people take their advice from these stupid, crazy ass celebrities that they make money. They get to certain positions in their life, and they get so detached from reality that they just become like a subset of humans. It's like it gets to the point where it's even. It seems like they live in this alternate universe where their reality is so skewed that it just doesn't make any sense. So I don't take my advice from celebrities or anything related to a celebrity. So we opened that shit before. It says celebrity astrologer. I'm out. That's it. You lost me right there. Nothing that has to do with a celebrity. I'm involved in that shit. Get out of here. Taking my advice from people that have absolutely no idea what's actually going on in the world. Dude, look at these people in LA. Like these celebrities, dude. Like they were trying to get that other dude, that mayor, to stay in power because they could get away with a lot of shit. But now they have someone that actually is doing something about the homeless situation in Los Angeles, and they're fucking shitting themselves. They can't stand it. But too bad. Dude, Dave Chappelle says that shit in one of his old stand-ups. When he talks about Ja Rule. Let's get Ja Rule on the phone. Get Ja Rule's opinion on this. Who gives a fuck about what Ja Rule has to say about this? Same thing applies to all other celebrities. I could care less. I don't care. Dude, I'm a huge fan of Björk. Like I'm a huge fan. I still don't give a shit about what she has to say about anything other than like her music or anything. It's just you can't take your life advice or anything from celebrities because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because we do that, that's how we ended up with that. Imagine, you guys remember when COVID hit and all these celebrities made that dumbass video? Imagine there's no heaven. That was the cringiest thing in the world. All of them cringe. Small little rant there. Let's read a bit here about Pink Moon. We're going to read about kind of like the Native American tradition, where it came from, like why is it called that, and we'll continue on with the fun. But we're reading from Outdoor Apothecary. That's actually the name of the website, outdoorapothecary.com. We are reading an article, or I guess it's it's an article on the website posted by Barbie Gardiner, posted March 23rd, 2023. It's called April's Full Moon, Celebrating the Beauty and Magic of the Pink Moon. So it says, as spring unfurls across the northern hemisphere, April brings a full moon known as a pink moon. This lunar event is steeped in history and folklore, with many cultures assigning special significance to it. Whether you're an astronomy enthusiast or simply appreciate the beauty of the natural world, the pink moon is a sight to behold. In this blog post, we'll take a closer look at April's full moon, exploring its origins, significance, symbolism, folklore, and how you can best experience and honor it. Thank you. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. I don't care about when we'll see it because it already passed, so. Okay, April's full moon this year is also known as the Pascal full moon. To see it at its biggest and brightest, find an open air. Okay, we already saw it. Okay, so what is a Pascal full moon? The Pascal full moon is the first full moon that occurs on or after the vernal equinox, and it is used to determine the date of Easter in the Christian calendar. Interesting. So, okay, I guess the question begs, what is a full moon? I'll just read it, so we all be on the same page. But I mean, you should obviously know what a full moon is, because it kind of says it right there, full moon. But all right, I'll read it for the people in the back. When the moon is full, we see it as a complete circle in the sky. This is because the whole side of the moon facing the earth is lit up by the sun's rays. The moon produces no visible light of its own, so we can only see the parts of the moon that are lit up by other objects. A small amount of light comes from distant stars and the reflection of light from the earth, known as earthshine. However, the main source of light for the moon is the sun. The full moon phase is the third of 4 primary lunar phases, along with the new moon, the third quarter, and the first quarter. It is considered a highly spiritual time and is the most spectacular of all 4 phases. It is during this time that the moon appears at its brightest and largest. Likewise, it marks the most visible phase of the lunar cycle. Okay. Why is it named the pink moon? Okay, so April's full moon is called the pink moon because it coincides with the blooming of pink phlox flowers in North America. Where do the pink phlox flowers grow? Most border phlox grow best in full sun. Okay, so let's see. Phlox plants have always been said to be very low maintenance, and their growing conditions are reflective of those. Phlox tends to prosper in cool, sunny climates with well watered. Give me some states. I want a state. Like, where does it grow best? It probably grows pretty great in Florida. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Florida would be in one of the like one of the states that this actually grows in. Oh, but this is the moss phlox. Okay. But where is that pink one? Phlox flower? Because it only talks about... Well, obviously, because I'm reading from the University of Maryland, but... Encyclopedia Britannica. Okay, so moss pink or creeping phlox, which is a phlox subulata, a low evergreen mat covered in early spring with blue, purple, pink, or white massed blooms, is native to sandy soil and rocky ledges in eastern North America. Huh. Moss pink is often grown as garden perennial, creeping along on top of the soil and branching freely. Okay, well, at least we kind of know that, I guess. Like, yeah, but they're native to North America. Well, I guess that's that. I'm not going to go any further into it, because if they're not going to give me a clear answer. Okay, so this moon can also be called the sprouting grass moon, egg moon, or fish moon, as it marks the time when fish begin to swim upstream to spawn, and when new plants begin to sprout. The name egg moon is related to Easter, which often takes place around the same time as the pink moon. In some Native American cultures, it is called the wind moon, as April marks the beginning of the windy season. The pink moon is a symbol of renewal, growth, and fertility, and is celebrated in many cultures around the world. Is April's full moon actually pink? Sadly, no. The pink moon doesn't actually look pink. It's the nickname of the full moon that occurs every April and is named after the pink phlox springtime flower. There we go. Okay, so the folklore of the pink moon. So in some Native American traditions, the pink moon is associated with the arrival of spring and the start of the planting season. It is also said to be a time of fertility, growth, and abundance. According to some European folklore, April's full moon is a time of transformation and metamorphosis. It is said that during this time, witches and other magical creatures are able to shapeshift and take on new forms. In some cultures, that's some like Twilight shit. In some cultures, the pink moon is associated with love and romance. It is said that couples who gaze upon the full moon together will have a long and happy relationship. Some legends say that the pink moon is a time of heightened intuition and psychic ability. It is believed that during this time, people are more attuned to their spiritual side and may experience vivid dreams or visions. Finally, some believe that the pink moon has a connection to the divine feminine. It is seen as a time to honor and celebrate the power and wisdom of women, and to connect with the nurturing and creative energy of the universe. That's awesome. Fuck yeah. Cool. Hey, that was pretty great. We had a explanation of like folklore and whatnot that is pretty awesome. So, see other seasonally influenced names. So I'm back to just reading from space.com because we were reading about pink moon and watching some pictures and videos of what people posted on Twitter this morning as of April 6th, 2023. So let's see. Other seasonally influenced names for April's full moon are references to the throwing of winter ice, something that would have been important to the Native Americans as it would allow them to traverse the landscape more freely again. These full moon names include Breaking Ice Moon and the moon when the streams are again navigable, from the Algonquin people and the Dakota tradition. That is so awesome, dude. Man. I love Native American. Again, I like Native American lore and like their traditions. It's, oh, man, it's and I love it even more because it's so similar to my ancestors, the natives that were from my country, Dominican Republic, which were the Taínos. And there's just so many things in common, and I love it. I love like the whole thing, like the whole history behind. I mean, obviously, we all know, but within all that, like they have such a like beautiful history, and when you start reading about it and whatnot, man, it's wow. So the next full moon, which rises on May 5th, also has a suitable season and more overtly floral name: the full moon of flowers. Wow. Let me see, do they have anything else? Maybe they have... same ones. Whoa. Okay, so still reading from space.com. I'm sorry, this caught my eye. Two merging supermassive black holes spotted at cosmic noon in early universe. This was written by Robert Lee, published about 23 hours ago. So it was published yesterday, Wednesday, April 5th, 2023. So it says supermassive black holes are lighting up the cores of two merging galaxies in the early universe. Okay, this is this artist's impression. So it's that image that we're seeing right there shows a closely bound duo of energetic quasars. Quasars, the hallmark of a pair of merging galaxies, seen when the universe was only 3 billion years old. Holy cannoli. It's crazy because seeing this, it's just... we're just like a speck of a speck of a speck in this whole vast universe of like different things. Hold on. Okay, so let's see. So astronomers have spotted two quasars lighting up the mutual heart of colliding galaxies at a period in the universe's early history dubbed cosmic noon. The energetic quasars, or active galactic nuclei, AGNs, are powered by feeding supermassive black holes and are seen as they were just 3 billion years after the Big Bang, during a period of intense galactic growth and star formation, a new study reports. Such a closely bound pair of energetic quasars are characteristic of merging galaxies, which go on to form massive elliptical galaxies. By investigating such events, astronomers can learn more about the evolution of galaxies and how the universe took the shape we see today. Whoa. Okay, so let's see. Okay, such a closely bound pair of energetic quasars are characteristic of merging galaxies. I already read that. By investigating, can learn about the evolution of galaxies and how the universe took the shape we see today. Oops. Okay, so we don't see a lot of double quasars at this early time, and that's why this discovery is so exciting. Study lead author Yu-Ching Chen, a graduate student at the University of Illinois, said in a statement, "Knowing about the progenitor population of black holes will eventually tell us about the emergence of supermassive black holes in the early universe, and how frequent those mergers could be." Wait. Restart this one. Wait. Captured using solar orbiters. Extreme. Wow. What the hell? What is that? Whoa. God, I have no idea what that is. I'm going to repeat it again. And I'll just leave it there while I read this. So the galaxies that are seen in the contemporary universe close to our own Milky Way have grown and evolved through a steady process of continuous collisions and mergers. This has not only blended the stars of different galaxies together, but has also triggered bouts of intense star formation. The merger process supplies gas to galaxies' central supermassive black holes, which will also eventually merge and form even larger black holes. When these black holes feed on this material, they blast out massive amounts of radiation that can outshine all the stars in their home galaxy combined. This powers AGNs, of which quasars are a type, and links this phenomenon to galactic mergers. While astronomers have had a lot of success in spotting galactic mergers with dual quasars in the local universe, more distant examples of such events that happened when the universe was much younger have been elusive. That's what makes the new discovery so exciting, a study team member said. They used a variety of ground and space-based telescopes to study a closely bound pair of actively feeding supermassive black holes at cosmic noon, about 3 billion years after the universe's birth. Wow. Dude, reading this from the outside is like pretty mind-blowing, because it's it really sounds like they're describing like a Marvel universe or something. It's insane. So just listen to this. Like, the two quasars seen by the team are just 10,000 light years apart, meaning that the merger between these host galaxies is well underway, and they are close to becoming a single giant elliptical galaxy. This fact distinguishes the new discovery from similar observations, team members said, as other merging galaxies of the era have been seen in earlier stages of unification and can be clearly distinguished as separate entities. Dude. That's insane. Alright, I'm gonna go back to Google. I mean, just the fact that we're able to study black holes and we have a lot more information about it than we used to because of how far we've gotten with technology is pretty mind-blowing. So if you really think about it, I mean, it's wow, that's like how far, it's just how far we've gotten as human beings it's crazy. Like quasar and like the studies of black holes and like galaxies, and like we just read about two black holes colliding. What was that, like 1 billion years ago when the universe was a lot younger? It's crazy talk right there. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying in a general sense, it's just it's really weird to just hear it. Like, wow. Okay, let's see what if Fox 11 News has any other pictures. See if you all. Pink over Swamiko. Oh, you can't see it, but you can actually move like the cursor, and you can click on it anywhere. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, these are all from the same place. Okay, this one is over Lena. Wow, look at that. Holy cannoli. Over Little Shoot. But I don't understand. Maybe they should have put like the name and city or where specifically. Wow. Okay, so these are all the same pictures. Nice. Again, I completely missed it. I didn't even know what was happening. Yes. Artemis 2. That's the team right there. See, so ESA's Gaia mission discovers 2 closest ever black holes to Earth. Okay, that's what we just read. These are all, so everything here is all just explanations of the article we just read about the 2 emerging supermassive black holes. Trying to see if there's anything else here in science. Let's go on to health. Let's see what health has to offer. Nice. See, novel treatment shows promise against rare cancer in kids. Wow. Immunotherapy for brain tumors carry special risks. Interesting. We were talking about sleep before. I mentioned the mattresses. Let's read this article real quick. This is interesting. So this is from KSL.com. It's sleep problems linked to 5-fold rise in stroke risk, study says. And just so that we can be on the same page, whatever. Okay, so a stroke, sometimes called a brain attack, occurs when something blocks blood supply to part of the brain or when a blood vessel in the brain bursts. In either case, parts of the brain become damaged or die. A stroke can cause lasting brain damage, long-term disability, or even death. Yeah. So that's just so we can be on the same page of what a stroke is. So again, we were talking about sleeping before, how important it is for you to kind of invest in a great mattress, especially after you turn 30. I speak from experience, and I'm telling you one more time, it's one of the best investments I made for myself ever. Let's read this article real quick and let's see what it says. It was written by Sandy Lamotte. Posted it was from CNN, posted today, April 6, 2023. So, snoring, tossing and turning, napping for a long time during the day, waking up during the night, and sleeping too little or even too much all contribute to poor quality sleep and may raise your risk for stroke, according to a new study. In fact, researchers found the more sleep problems you have, the greater the risk of stroke. Having more than 5 of these symptoms may lead to 5 times the risk of stroke compared to those who do not have any sleep problems, said study author Christine McCarthy of the University of Galway in Ireland in a statement. The findings are consistent with prior research linking unhealthy sleep to high blood pressure and to impairments to blood vessels, which are risk factors for stroke, said sleep specialist Christian Knutson, an associate professor of neurology and preventive medicine at Northwestern University's Feinberg School of Medicine in Chicago. She was not involved in the study. So, one reason may be the impact of short, fragmented sleep and sleep disorders, such as sleep apnea, on the body's ability to regulate metabolism, blood pressure, and inflammation, which are all risk factors for stroke, said Dr. Phyllis C., director of the Center for Circadian and Sleep Medicine at Northwestern's Medical School, who was not involved in the study. I should visit a sleep doctor. Like, that should be something that I should definitely do, because while I don't necessarily, I guess I do have sleep problems, because dude, I snore like my life depends on it. That's why I don't like sleeping in people's houses, because I feel like I'm gonna wake people up with how loud I snore. It's crazy. I should go to to like a sleep doctor or something, because they might have to put that that's like that really breathing machine, that thing, so you can sleep at night. I definitely need that shit, because I'm gonna snore myself to non-existence one day. I feel for my wife, dude. It's horrible having to sleep with someone that snores. Your looks can only get you so far. if you're waking everyone up with your snoring, it's horrible. I feel bad for her. Well, let's see. So listen to this. Poor sleep can impair the natural blood pressure dipping that occurs during nighttime sleep, and contribute to hypertension, an important risk factor for stroke and cardiovascular disease, Z said via email. In other population-based research, similar relationships have been reported between poor sleep health and disorders and such as diabetes, heart disease, and dementia. Sleep problems and stroke risk. The study published Wednesday in the journal Neurology analyzed data from more than 4,500 people participating in Interstroke, a large international case control study of patients who have experienced a stroke. Nearly 1,800 participants in the study had an ischemic stroke, the most common kind, in which a blood clot blocks an artery leading to the brain. Another 439 people had an intercerebral hemorrhage, in which arteries or veins in the brain rupture, causing bleeding into brain tissue. Wow. Damn. I've had family members that have had ischemic strokes. It's crazy. One of them, it was just never the same afterwards. It's crazy. Participants in the study were then matched by age and sex to people who had no history of stroke. Both groups answered questions about their sleep quality and behavior, and the two groups were compared. Ah, yes. Having sleep apnea, a condition in which people stop breathing multiple times per hour, was associated with a threefold increase in stroke risk, the statement said. I think I have sleep apnea. Sleep apnea can alter the pathways involved in the regulation of coagulation factors that can increase the risk of strokes, Z said. Snoring or snorting, which can be both signs of untreated sleep apnea, were also risky. People who snored were 91% more likely to have suffered a stroke, while those who snorted were almost 3 times as likely to have had a stroke than those who did not. That's not good. It's not good. It's most certainly not good news for me. Yeah, I should. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that, because I definitely have sleep apnea. Because yeah, my wife has told me that I have done that snorting thing before, plenty of times. Yeah, no. Gotta take care of yourself. Or in this case, I have to take care of myself. It's crazy, especially after reading this part. Damn. So what is the cause? Listen to this. Napping was also I have a love-hate relationship with napping, to be honest with you. A good nap sometimes it's really good, but I sometimes feel very guilty when I take naps, because I could have used that time to do something else, or do something a lot more productive than just like napping. But at the same time, when you nap after you've had like a huge feast, it's like heaven. So it's a hard balance. But me personally, I feel guilty when I nap. Like, I could have done something else. I could have played a game. I could have edited a video. I could have done something. And if you really think about it, you wake up a lot more tired than before you actually took that nap. Because if you power through it and you just do something to, I think, kind of occupy yourself, you can kind of beat that feeling of wanting to take a nap. But I don't know, sometimes that nap is real, but I guess it's a cause of a stroke at this point, I guess. So, I mean, napping was also a risk factor, the statement said. People who on average napped more than an hour were 88% more likely to suffer a stroke than those who did not. Huh. So, I don't understand, because I remember reading once that, is napping good for you? See, conflicting information, which sucks because naps are good for both children and adults. Many studies point out nap time reduces daytime sleepiness as well as boosts learning and performance. For shift workers, naps can improve alertness and reaction times. And we know babies, toddlers, and young children benefit from naps in numerous ways. Okay, so let's see what napping do's and don'ts for healthy adults. So let's see. So what are the benefits of napping? Napping offers various benefits. So I'm reading from mayoclinic.org. This was written by the Mayo Clinic staff. Why is it called Mayo? It's so weird. So what are the benefits of napping? Napping offers various benefits for healthy adults, including relaxation, reduced fatigue, increased alertness, improved mood, improved performance. But it could lead to a stroke. What are the drawbacks to napping? So napping isn't for everyone. Some people simply can't sleep during the day or have trouble sleeping in places other than their own beds, which napping sometimes requires. Napping can also have negative effects, such as sleep inertia. You might feel groggy and disoriented after waking up from a nap. Nighttime sleep problems. Could a sudden increased need for naps indicate a health problem? If you're experiencing an increased need for naps, there's no obvious cause of fatigue in your life, talk to a doctor. Okay, so let's see what the American Heart Association says. This was published July 22nd, 2020. It was written by Michael Precker, American Heart Association News. That says, enjoy your nap, but be aware of the pros and cons. Let's see. Okay, so a power nap between 15 and 45 minutes can improve memory and reduce fatigue for the rest of the day, said Dr. Michael Gransner, director of the Sleep and Health Research Program at the University of Arizona in Tucson. If you're otherwise well rested, the kind of nap can actually boost performance pretty well. Okay, but the long-term effects of naps are less conclusive. For example, a 2019 study in the British medical journal Heart tracked the napping habits of nearly 3,500 people over 5 years and found that those who napped once or twice a week were 48% less likely to have a cardiovascular event than those who didn't. Conversely, a meta-analysis of 11 studies published in the journal Sleep in 2015 showed people who nap for an hour or more a day had 1.82 times the rate of cardiovascular disease than people who didn't nap. It says we don't know enough about the association of naps with either optimal health or disease risk, especially cardiovascular disease, said Dr. Cleet Kushida, a neurologist and professor of psychiatry and behavioral sciences at the Stanford University Medical Center in California. More research needs to be conducted. But interesting because, let's see. So it's important to note that the research could only show an association between sleep problems and stroke, not causation. Said Dr. Andrew Freeman, Director of Cardiovascular Prevention and Wellness at National Jewish Health in Denver. The question remains, is poor quality sleep causative, or is it simply associated with a cluster of bad health habits that would lead somebody to have a higher stroke risk? So basically, is it the sleep alone that would cause that poor quality of sleep that would cause that stroke on its own, or is it just like the combination of a whole bunch of things that would include poor quality sleep as well? It's a good question. Are they under a lot of stress? Are they drinking huge amounts of caffeine and then not sleeping? Maybe they're not exercising very much, and we know that exercise promotes good quality sleep, Freeman said. It's hard to tease out all the factors that might contribute. Interesting. But I'm definitely gonna have to do something about that, because I don't know. A 100-year-olds share their simple tips for a long, happy life. Okay, this is from CNBC.com. Published Wednesday, April 5th, 2023. Updated yesterday as well, and it was written by Renee Onk. Onke or Onko. Her @ is I am Renee Onk. It's ONQEQUE. If it were to be in Spanish, it would be Onke, but maybe it's that. Who knows? The picture is Dr. Gladys McGarry, and she's the author of The Well-Lived Life, a 102-year-old doctor's 6 secrets to health and happiness at every age. Boy. But, I mean, 102, I will definitely try to take my advice from this person. She knows something that we don't, that she knows, that she needs to let us know so that we can be able to get to 102. Because let me tell you something. There was a recent report, and life expectancy in the U.S. is not looking very good. Let's check that out. So the life expectancy in the U.S. right now has actually declined. So let's look at comparisons between countries. So let's look at the 1980s. That's the decade they made me at. So Japan, at that time, I guess had the highest life expectancy at 76.9. We were at 73.61, which is not bad if we compare it to let's say like the year 2000. From 1980 to the year 2000, the life expectancy went up 76.64. We see it keep going up, so life expectancy went up to 78.4 in the early 2010s. But then we get this decline that we can, oh no wait, it's still up here, but there's a sharp decline, obviously. So by 2019, here in the States, we were at 78.79 years life expectancy. Obviously, in the year 2020, that went down. So we went to 77.28. Again, this is only up until the year 2020. Let's see if there's anything that's a little bit more recent. So this is the CDC.gov webpage, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Let's see. So life expectancy in the U.S. dropped for the second year in a row in 2021. But I mean, obviously, there's a reason why it went down. So let's see. This is from December 6, 2022. This is Health System Tracker. How does the U.S. life expectancy compare to other countries? It was written by Shamik Rakshit, Matthew McGough, and Krutika Amin and Cynthia Cox. And this is again, it's a healthsystemtracker.org. Thanks for joining chat, Dennis. You said, yo, I have a challenge. Lay it on me, bud. Okay, so 1980 life expectancy at birth in the U.S. and in comparably large and wealthy countries was similar, but over recent decades, life expectancy has improved by much more in pure nations than it has in the U.S. The pandemic has increased mortality and premature death rates in the U.S. by more than it did in most peer countries, widening a gap that already existed before the pandemic. This chart collection examines how life expectancy in the U.S. compares to that of other similarly large and wealthy countries in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. We find life expectancy in the U.S. fell by 2.7 years from 2019 to 2021. Interesting. So let's see. So comparable country average. See, and you can see that obvious decline here. So I guess there isn't a report for 2022 yet, because this is still 2021. Okay, so we can kind of see life expectancy at birth by sex in years. This is for 2021. Yeah, we're not doing it very well, guys. We're not doing it very well. The ladies are outliving us by a lot. In some cases, yeah, they're outliving us by a whole lot. Look at Japan. So, in the States, life expectancy for 2021 for males was average of 73.2 years. We have the lowest one in comparison to Germany. As we can see here, it has at 78.2. Netherlands is at 79.9. And then we have the top four here: Australia, Sweden, Japan, and Switzerland, all in the 81s, with Switzerland the highest at 81.9 for males. Females, the States, also the lowest. We're at 79.1. This is again 2021, but then we have Germany's at 83.2, France 85.5, Netherlands 83.1, Belgium 84.4. Then for obviously life expectancy for females is the highest in Japan in 2021, which was at 87.6%. So that's like the life expectancy. So Japan won again. Okay, so let's see. Women at birth, the United States comparable to another country. So women at age 65. Dang it! The U.S. has the lowest life expectancy among large, wealthy countries, while it far outspends its peers on healthcare. I mean, come on, it's America, buddy. Just talking about. We're winners, baby bird. That's what we do. Okay, so damn it. So life expectancy 76.1. Well. That's 12,318. Wow, it's crazy, dude. When you compare it to like, it's the health spending per capita. Okay, so in 1980, the U.S. and comparable countries had similar life expectancies and health spending, but the trends have diverged in the last few decades. Wow. So the comparable countries include Australia, Austria, Belgium, Canada, France, Germany, Japan, the Netherlands, Sweden, Switzerland, and the UK. Among peer nations, the US has the highest per person healthcare spending, reaching an estimated $12,318 per capita in 2021 based on OECD data. However, the higher spending on healthcare in the US does not translate into longer lifespans. Back in 1980, life expectancy and per capita healthcare spending in the US were similar to those in comparison countries. However, recently, healthcare spending has grown faster in the US than its peers, while life expectancy has grown slower in the U.S. than in peer countries. So let's hear what this 102-year-old person has to say to us, and what advice we can learn from this person that will probably experience something that a lot of us will not be able to because of the current situations that we're facing in this world. So more like respect and admiration to this individual that is 102 years old. That is a feat, again, that unfortunately a lot of us are not going to be able to get. We might, who knows, but by the looks of things, kind of doesn't seem like we are. But so it says, it seems that almost everyone is searching for the secret to a long and happy life. CNBC Make It went directly to the source and spoke with centenarians and other people nearing the age of 100. Here's what they told us works for them. So it says, find your purpose and your people. Dr. Gladys McGarry, 102, says she's always had a purpose and something to live for. You don't find that if you're not looking for it. You don't find that if you're not looking for it, she says. In her book, The Well-Lived Life, a 102-year-old doctor's 6 secrets to health and happiness at every age. Let me tell you something. Seems like that book is worth purchasing because there's probably some like amazing advice there from someone that probably knows what they're talking about. So, in that book, purpose is a key theme. Her passion lies in what she calls living medicine, which focuses on looking at disease and pain as teachers. By understanding what ailments are trying to tell us, we are able to find the best way to deal with them, she says. While you're searching for your own why, you often find your community, McGarry tells CNBC Make It. There are people who come and go in your lives, but you choose the ones who really help to support you. An 85-year-old Harvard study found that the key to longevity and happiness is social fitness, meaning objectively viewing how we pour into our relationships, improving out any imbalances to become better friends and partners. It says, and during hard times in your life, just don't get stuck. Or if you do get stuck, start looking for the light. It's always there, McGarry says. You just have to keep looking for it. Okay, so do some work to keep your mind engaged. I became a sacristan and didn't retire from that until I was 99. So what the fuck is a sacristan? What is this? It's that app thing. A person in charge of sacristy and its context and its content. What is the role of a sacristan? The role of the church sacristan is to prepare the church for prayer and worship. Their role enables all to celebrate the Eucharist and all other liturgies in a dignified and prayerful manner. They bring practicality and order to their preparations. I don't understand. It's like an altar boy? I don't get it. A sacristan is an officer charged with care of the sacristy, the church, and their contents. In ancient times, many duties of the sacrist, I guess, were performed by the doorkeepers, and later by the treasurers and mansionary. The decretals of Gregory IX speak of the sacristan as if he had an honorable office attached to a certain benefice, and say that his duty was to care for the sacred vessels, vestments, lights, etc. Nowadays, the sacristan is elected or appointed. The ceremonial episcoparum prescribed that in cathedral and collegiate churches, the sacristan should be a priest, and describes his duties in regard to the sacristy, the blessed Eucharist, the baptismal font, the holy oils, the sacred relics, the decoration of the church for the different seasons and feasts, the preparation of what is necessary for the various ceremonies, the pregustation in pontifical mass, the ringing of the church bells, the preservation of order in the church, and the distribution of masses. Finally, it suggests that 1 or 2 canons can be appointed each year to supervise the work of the sacrist and his assistants. So it's a party planning committee. Should have just said that. Though she credits her 100 years to pure luck, Stretton's many interests led her to several roles that motivated her to keep working in some capacity, especially fundraising. Even at age 100, her work hasn't stopped. She spent the past 2 years making preserves and marmalade for a charity in her community. Continuing to engage in some work seems to be great for the brain when you're older. Working for 25 hours or less each week was associated with improved cognitive function in those aged 40 and up. Didn't know I was going to be included in this article, but okay. Damn. According to a study conducted by researchers I feel called out. Let me tell you. I wasn't expecting to be mentioned, like my age group mentioned in an article about 100-year-olds, but I guess this is where we are. I've entered into a new, I guess, stage of my life. Jeez. Surround yourself with family and friends. So it's Larry Janice stays young at 98. Holy cannoli. By finding the humor in everything. When asked, listen. A 98-year-old, they don't give a shit. They don't care. Bro, what are they gonna care about? Like, why? Like, dude, I know so many like I have a lot of elderly citizens in my family and whatnot. Like, my mom's pretty old too, and dude, my mom, she just says whatever she wants. She doesn't give a shit. It's the most beautiful time of your life when you just don't care anymore. You don't care about people's opinions about you. You don't really give a shit about how you look. You don't care about what people say. You say what you have in your mind. You're completely honest. Oh, it's so wonderful. It's beautiful. You express yourself however the hell you want to. You don't take people's crap. You most certainly don't take people's shit anymore. Chef's kiss for that time of your life. 98? No wonder you can find the humor in everything. You've already lived a full life at 98. I would be laughing at everything that would be happening around me. And I'd say whatever it is that's on my mind about whatever it is that surrounds me, because I mean, just listen to this person. When asked about his secret for longevity for CNBC Make It, he jokingly says, "You gotta have good booze and hot women, and that takes care of it." Do you honestly think a 30-something-year-old would say something like that? Come on now. It takes having been around 98 years to finally get to the point of, like, listen, you just need alcohol and I guess hot women, like he says there, and that takes care of it. All right, Grandpa. Says Janice, who often spends his time playing golf with friends and going out to meet new people. Says his family and community keep him going. As a father of 6 boys and 5 girls, holy shit, 11 kids, he finds the most joy in being surrounded by loved ones, especially during annual family reunions. And when it comes to stress, if it's something that I don't know what to do, I call my kids and talk to them to see what they think. So Grandpa had 11 kids. Let's just say 98. So Grandpa is Let's say Grandpa was born 1925. Let's say 1950. So, the median household income in the 1950s, an average family income in the 1950s was $3,300, or $200 higher than in 1949, according to estimates issued today by Roy V. Peel, Director, Bureau of the Census Department of Commerce. So, let's see. The median in 1955 was $4,400, and it was 6% higher than 1954. Okay, so what would 1950s 4,400? So inflation. Let's see what that would be today. So $4,400 in 1950 is equivalent in purchasing power to about $54,925.15 today. It's no wonder he had 11 kids. You could maintain a whole family. It's like, of course, the dollar had an average inflation rate of an increase of $50,525.15 over 73 years. The dollar had an average inflation rate of 3.52% per year between 1950 and today, producing a cumulative price increase of 1,148.30%. What was rent in the 1950s? July 2022. So let's see. Dude, that's crazy when you see it on a graph like this. I mean, there's just no hope for us. There's no hope. I mean, 1950, the median monthly rent was $42. Mind you, we just read at $4,400 was the equivalent of $54,000 today. So in 1950, they were paying $42 of rent. That was like the median. The median in 2021, if you look all the way up here, is $1,191. There has been just look at the graph. There's been no point since the 1940s where rent has gone down even a little bit. I mean, if you look at the increase from 2005 to 2010, it went from $694 to $810. That's like $130 increase right there. And then it's like $120 increase from the 2010 to 2015. Then subsequent all of these from 2015 all the way to the 1940s, it's either like 10 years or 5 years, 5-year gaps. But from 2015 on, it's yearly gaps. So there has been increases it's like ranging from $25 to $50 to $75, all the way up to where we are now. There's been a huge gap. Only from 2020 to 2021, there has been $85 of an $85 increase in the median monthly rent. I mean, just that's insane, dude. It's like, look, an 8.67% jump. I guess it dipped in 2022, but 2023. That it's ramping up again. Wow. That's crazy. There's no wonder that people that we're in the situation that we're in right now. We can't. Wow. So let's see. Annual rent since 2005. I'm gonna see. Oh wow. So, and only from seeing it from the perspective of 2005, it was at $12.16 every cubic foot, I guess, which was a total of $10,725. And by 2021, it was $20.28. That's crazy. Look at him. Of course he's enjoying it. My man he has that retirement money. Bro, that's what's up. Wow. Guess we won't have that either, huh? So it says view life through a lens of positivity. Having a positive outlook is what Rosalind Menaker, 103, highlights as important for longevity, according to The Guardian. She finds joy in her daily walks and her stylish wardrobe, she told the publication. I love to look at beautiful clothes and eat out, she said. I have an amazing caregiver. She gives me manicures and pedicures and colors my hair. Walk as often as you can. Walking is Malcolm Idleson's #1 tip for longevity, and it's an exercise he's done for years. I can agree with that. Walking is so great, and you can, it helps a lot. It helps with your cardio and shit. Like, if it's a beautiful day, you get to enjoy the weather outside too. You can have great walking conversations if you're going with someone, or if you're just walking alone, you can listen to music. It's such a great pastime, to be honest with you. So Malcolm tries to walk every day without excuse, he says. He's 94. Wow, let me get out and walk, and I feel so much better, he says. Research indicates that walking 10,000 steps a day for 30 minutes at a brisk pace may help you live longer and lower your risk of severe disease and death. Oh, listen to this. He also didn't take taxis often in New York and would walk wherever he could. Just last week, Idelson walked from 73rd Street to 84th Street, and I'll be 95 and I'm doing well at the moment, dude. Power to you. They're not giving me the best advice. I'm trying to pick your brain here, Grandma. Give me some better advice, like, you know, don't eat sugar or some shit like that. Like, give me something I can work with. But it's just like just brushing up on things that people can do to live longer. It's crazy. That's something I think about a lot. Like, wow. I wonder if it's like retirement will be available for us millennials and Gen Zers by the time we get old, but god damn, it's not looking like it is. Shit. That's another thing now that I'm soon turning that big 4-0. I started thinking about getting colonoscopy and shit, and the other one, damn it, colonoscopy is the other one too. God damn it, it slipped my head though, like. Completely slipped my head. Let me see. Does this have spoilers? I actually want to watch this. It's a Beef that's on Netflix. It's Ali Wong and Stephen Yoon. The Hacks and Cloak, a person that did the soundtrack. Well, first of all, it's A24, so automatically that's a I must see. And second, the Hacks and Cloak, which was the person that created the soundtrack for Midsummer, created the soundtrack for this one as well, and it looks pretty interesting. Damn. Yeah, it sucks because he had like that huge snowplow accident. So Jeremy, this is from the New York Times. It's probably gonna give me a paywall. It's not gonna let me read the whole thing. But Jeremy Renner recounts difficult recovery after snowplow accident. The actor told ABC News that he almost died after a 14,000-pound plow ran him over in January. Holy crap, 14,000 pounds. He had been trying to save his nephew when the truck hit him, breaking more than 30 bones. Wow. Mr. Renner, an Oscar-nominated actor who is perhaps best known for his role as Hawkeye in the Marvel Avengers movies and TV franchise, spoke publicly at length about his frightening experience and arduous recovery for the first time in an interview with ABC News. Damn. Oh, shit. Wow. On January 1st, Mr. Renner, 52, was using a snowplow, which weighs more than 14,000 pounds, to tow his car on a snowed-in private road near his home in Reno, Nevada, the Washoe County Sheriff's Office said in a news conference. A family member had been driving the car and had gotten stuck. After they successfully towed the car, Mr. Renner got off the plow, which then began to roll, the sheriff's office said. Mr. Renner had tried to get back into the plow's driver's seat to stop the rolling vehicle, but he was run over, the sheriff's office said. In a brief clip of the ABC News interview, Mr. Renner said he would put himself through the experience again because the plow had been going right at my nephew, whose age he did not share. In a recording of the 9/11 call made that day, a man can be heard saying of Mr. Renner, "He's been crushed." Wow. In the background of that call, Mr. Renner can be heard moaning as the man who contacted 9/11 says, "There's a lot of blood over here," and tells Mr. Renner, "Keep breathing, man. Keep fighting. Hang in there, brother." Mr. Renner revealed the extent of his injuries in the interview. Dozens of broken bones, including 8 ribs, his right knee and ankle and right shoulder, a collapsed lung, and a liver pierced by a rib bone. Shit. Yeah, you're definitely a lucky man, Mr. Renner. Yes, you are. That is crazy. Who? Listen, you know you're old, but you don't know who the hell any of these people are. Oh, yes. I actually read this in an interview that they did to Sting once. Oh, boo-hoo. Nobody needs this bullshit. Okay, so Diddy, this is from yahoo.com. Wow. I thought I'd say that, but okay. Diddy pays Sting $5,000 a day for using sample without permission. Love to my brother. This was written by Ingrid Vasquez, published yesterday, April 5th, 2023. I remember they interviewed, I think it was the Breakfast Club that interviews Sting once, and he mentions that Diddy pays him every month for it. I forgot. I think he mentions what he uses the money for, like joking around, but yeah, he does talk about it. So it says the music icon sampled the rocker's 1983 single "Every Breath You Take" on his 1997 single "I'll Be Missing You." Sean Diddy Combs is forever in debt to Sting. The hip-hop icon, 53, sampled the rocker's 1983 single, "Every Breath You Take" in his 1997 hit, "I'll Be Missing You," revealing in a tweet on Wednesday that he pays $5,000 a day in royalties to the former The Police frontman. "Love to my brother at Official Sting," he added in the Twitter post alongside a resurfaced clip from the Rockers' 2018 interview, with the Breakfast Club, where he first spoke about the agreement, initially stating that he receives $2,000 a day from Diddy. In the interview, the 71-year-old musician shares that the producer asked for permission to sample the single only after it had been released. We're very good friends now, he adds. It was a very beautiful version of that song. Yeah. We all know Diddy has... he's always had... He's done that shit before. People have called him out for that. Let me see if I can play this real quick, if it doesn't have any music. If it has like copyright music and shit, I'll just stop it.
$1,000 a day because he didn't have permission to sample every breath you take?
Yeah.
Wow.
For the rest of his life.
Wow.
No, that's a lie.
No, I read that before. Wow.
That's not true, is it?
But did he ask you for permission?
Yes, he did.
After the fact?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, it was after.
Well, very good.
See? Yeah. $5,000 a day for the rest of his life. I'll Be Missing You served as a tribute to the Notorious B.I.G., who died in 1997 at the age of 24. Faith Evans, his former wife and mother to his 26-year-old son, wow, he's 26 already, C.J. Wallace, accompanied Diddy for the track alongside the R&B group 112. After its release, the track would top the Billboard Hot 100 chart and earn Diddy awards at the 1997 Billboard Music Awards ceremony for Top Rap Artist and Top Rap Song. Crazy. Someone commented 100% BS. Why would it be 100% BS? It says, if true, $5,000 a day equals $1,825,000 a year. Yeah. The single was released in 1997, which would mean he has paid him around $47 million now. Why? Somehow I doubt it very much that he paid him a fraction of that, if anything at all. What? Why would you doubt that? Why would both of them say it? Like, that makes no sense. Like, I could understand if one of them said it to like kind of kind of attract people and whatnot, like clickbait or whatever the fuck it is, but both of them, nah. I couldn't believe that both of them are in it to do it to, like, why would they say, why would Sting say that? Why would Puff Daddy say that? That makes no sense. Come on. Ew. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So, I'm reading from CNN.com. Michael K. Williams, man who sold the late actor fentanyl-laced heroin, pleads guilty. Man, we've lost so many great artists and talented musicians and actors. Dude, a little bit of the whole art scene because of like fucking heroin, ranging from like Janis Joplin to fucking Michael K. Williams, Mac Miller, Brad Knowles, fucking heroin, dude. I'm glad that the person is in jail. I think it happened to the one that sold Mac Miller the drugs as well. Man, it's like such a talent, dude. This dude had such a career ahead of him. He was so, and it's just the way that he was such a methodical actor, and he would just get into those roles so much. And man, yeah, he will be missed. He will be missed. So this was written by Hannah Rabanowitz. It was published April 6th, 2023. So, Says a Brooklyn man charged in the overdose death of actor and producer Michael K. Williams pleaded guilty Wednesday to drug distribution charges, according to a statement from the U.S. Department of Justice. Irvin Cartagena, who also goes by Green Eyes, was one of 4 men charged for being part of a drug trafficking organization that sold deadly fentanyl-laced heroin to Williams. Cartagena pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to distribute fentanyl, heroin, and other drugs, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York. Oh shit, this is an actual surveillance video. Oh, dang. The person dressed in black is Michael K. Williams. The person with the hat on is Cartagena. Prosecutors allege that Cartagena was the person who conducted the hand-to-hand transaction with Williams just before the actor, best known for his role as Omar Little on HBO's The Wire. Wow, died of an accidental overdose. Williams was found dead in his New York City apartment in 2021 in what the New York City Medical Examiner's officer ruled an accidental overdose. He was 54. Irvin Cartagena sold fentanyl-laced heroin in broad daylight in New York City, feeding addiction and causing tragedy, the U.S. Attorney's Office said in a statement Thursday. In doing so, he dealt the fatal dose that killed Michael K. Williams. Cartagena, 39, faces a mandatory minimum of 5 years in prison, but could face up to 40 years behind bars when he is sentenced by a federal judge. Damn. Man. So let's just these are famous people who have died of heroin overdose. So we can kind of just get a glimpse of. Okay, so let's see what it says. This is a Michael's House. michaelshouse.com is famous people who died of an overdose. So let's see. Sid Vicious. Really? Kurt Cobain? River Phoenix? Huh? I don't understand. Didn't River Phoenix die outside of a bar? Or in a bar? That... I'm confused. Because I thought that was like the whole thing. Like he was like Johnny Depp's best friend and whatnot. And like wasn't like the whole thing? Let's see what this says. Yeah, so in late October 1993, Phoenix had returned to Los Angeles after flying back 1 week in New Mexico. Before that, he had spent six to 7 weeks in Utah to complete the 3 weeks of interior shots left on his last project, Dark Blood. The film was finally completed in 2012. In his book, Running with Monsters, Bob Forrest wrote that Phoenix spent the days preceding his death on a drug binge with John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Phoenix and John Frusciante were consuming cocaine and heroin and had not slept for several days. On the evening of October 30th, 1993, Phoenix arrived at the Viper Room, a Hollywood nightclub partly owned by Johnny Depp, with his girlfriend Samantha Mathis and his brother Joaquin and sister Rain. Phoenix was to perform with the band P. The band features Phoenix friends Flea and John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Gibby Haynes from the Butthole Surfers, Al Jorgensen of Ministry, Let's Go, and Depp. According to Bob Forrest, during the performance by P, Phoenix tapped him on the shoulder to tell him he was not feeling well and that he thought he had overdosed. Oh, okay. Thought he had overdosed. I'm getting my... I'm sorry. I apologize. I got my musicians confused. The person that actually passed away at in the front of a club was Jaco Pastorius. And Jaco Pastorius is the greatest electric bassist to have ever graced the scene. I apologize for that. Forrest said to Phoenix that he did not think he was overdosing because he could stand and talk. Nonetheless, he offered to take Phoenix home, but the latter declined, saying he was feeling better. A few moments later, Forrest said that a commotion erupted in the club, and he went outside to find Mathis screaming as her boyfriend was lying on the sidewalk having convulsions. Unable to determine whether Phoenix was breathing, Joaquin called to 911. Rain proceeded to give Phoenix mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. According to Gibby Haynes, the band was performing their song Michael Stipe while Phoenix was outside the venue having seizures on the sidewalk. When the news filtered through the club, Flea left the stage and rushed outside. By that time, paramedics had arrived on the scene and found Phoenix turning cyanotic, suffering from cardiac arrest and asystolic. They admit... Okay, wait, hold on. Sorry. What is... cyanosis? Oh my goodness. Cyanosis is the change of body tissue color to a bluish purple hue as a result of having decreased amounts of oxygen bound to the hemoglobin in the red blood cells of the capillary bed. Body tissues that show cyanosis are usually in locations where the skin is thinner, including the mucous membranes, lips, nail beds, and earlobes. Some medications containing amiodarone or silver, Mongolian spots, large birthmarks, and the consumption of food products with blue or purple dyes can also result in the bluish skin tissue discoloration and may be mistaken for cyanosis. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, I never. Well, I think I've heard of it. I didn't know. I don't think I've ever heard like the name or anything before. Wow, interesting. Crazy how that just. He was turning cyanotic. Okay, so what is asystolic? Asystole is the absence of ventricular contractions in the context of a lethal heart arrhythmia, in contrast to an induced asystole on a cooled patient on a heart-lung machine and general anesthesia during surgery necessitating stopping the heart. Asystole is the most serious form of cardiac arrest and is usually irreversible. Also referred to as cardiac flatline, asystole is the state of total cessation of electrical activity from the heart, which means no tissue contraction from the heart muscle, and therefore no blood flow to the rest of the body. Shit. Asystole should not be confused with very brief pauses in the heart's electrical activity, even those that produce a temporary flatline, that can occur in certain less severe abnormal rhythms. Asystole is different from very fine occurrences of ventricular fibrillation, though both have a poor prognosis. An untreated fine VF will lead to asystole. Faulty wiring, disconnection of electrodes and leads, and power disruptions should be ruled out. Asystolic patients, as opposed to those with a shockable rhythm such as coarse or fine ventricular fibrillation or unstable ventricular tachycardia that is not producing a pulse, which can potentially be treated with defibrillation, is usually present with a very poor prognosis. Asystole is found initially in only about 28% of cardiac arrests in hospitalized patients, but only 50% of those survive, even with the benefit of an intensive care unit, with the rate being lower 6% for those already prescribed drugs for high blood pressure. Wow, it's worse than cardiac arrest. Holy shit. or is the worst form of cardiac arrest. They administered, so I'm reading again about River Phoenix. They administered medication in an attempt to restart his heart. When the ambulance arrived, Phoenix was still alive, and Flea accompanied him to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Attempts to resuscitate Phoenix at the hospital were unsuccessful. He was pronounced dead at 1:51 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the morning of October 31st, 1993, at the age of 23. Damn. Wow. Okay, let's see. So, I guess, yeah. That's true. Yes, that is true. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Wow, another amazing actor. Lost to this. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever seen CN&U, New York. Wow, amazing movie. The dialogue is just, wow. That movie is just light years ahead of others, and it's just so well acted, and he just does such an amazing job. He was in so many great movies too. And not all of them were the best, but he was in a lot of great movies that are extremely memorable. Highly recommend CN&U, New York if you haven't seen it. If you're really into like movies, like films that have like deep meanings to it and great dialogue and great acting, there's a certain scene that a priest gives a monologue that it's wow. One of the in my opinion, one of the best pieces of dialogue in a movie. It's just so great. But unfortunately, yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman was a victim of an overdose. So on February 2nd, 2014, Hoffman was found dead in the bathroom of his Manhattan apartment by his friend, the playwright and screenwriter David Barkatz. He was 46 years old. Although friends stated that Hoffman's drug use was under control at the time, detectives searching the apartment found heroin and prescription medication at the scene and revealed that he had a syringe in his arm. Jesus. Hoffman's death was officially ruled an accident caused by acute mixed drug intoxication, including heroin, cocaine, benzodiazepines, and amphetamine. Crazy, dude. But yeah, that's just an example of some of the famous people that have passed away because of fucking heroin. We were reading about Michael K. Williams, which then led us to that part there. I'm happy that happened, and I'm happy that that person went to jail, pleaded guilty, and ooh, let's see what this says. I'm reading from GameSpot.com. Joker 2 wraps filming, new photos of Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix released. Joaquin Phoenix being River Phoenix's brother. That's a wrap, Gaga announces. Director Todd Phillips now preparing to edit the movie. Let's go. Bro, yes, how cool. Dude, I absolutely loved the Joker. I loved it. It was such a great experience. I remember going to the movie theaters to see it, and it was worth every single dime. I absolutely love that movie. The acting, the directing, wow, it's just Joaquin Phoenix just knocks it out the park. And also it wasn't as, you know, as intense as some people were scared of it being. You guys remember that when the movie was talked about and that the trailers came out, people thought that it was going to cause like a huge ruckus and whatnot. It actually didn't. And you have to see the movie to be able to understand why, but yeah, Joker, highly recommend. So let's see what they're saying about this new one. This article was written by Eddie McCuck on April 6, 2023. No, I'm sorry. It was published on April 6, 2023. Hold on, let me get a quick nicotine fix. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time to spend with me here, just hanging out, reading some news, learning some things, going down rabbit holes, hearing me talk. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Your time is very valuable, and the fact that you're here with me, spending even a slight minute of your precious time, means the world to me. I need to know what the hell is going on with this camera, dude. Like, bruh. Stop acting up. I don't get it. Sometimes I think that they're calling me, but I have the do not disturb on, so I wouldn't understand why. But, oh well. I guess while we're at it, cheers. Guayaki, I'm not famous yet, but sponsor me. Let's do it. I've been faithful to that company for years now. I drink a yerba mate every single day. I've been doing that shit for years now. I'll drink just one. I don't want to over exaggerate with sugar and whatnot, but I do love it. It's delicious. Very delicious. Okay, one more. I promise. Yeah, I can't wait for this movie. Hell yeah. So it says, Oscar-winning Lady Gaga has wrapped her scenes at Harley Quinn for the highly anticipated Joker sequel. The singer and actress announced on Twitter that, barring any potential reshoots, she is done. In fact, the entire movie has wrapped filming, director Todd Phillips said on Instagram. That's a wrap, Gaga wrote, tagging the photographer who snapped the photo of her in costume. Phillips said, that's a wrap. Thanks to these two, plus the entire cast, and the best crew that the film industry has to offer, from top to bottom. I'm gonna crawl into a cave now, which is the edit room, and put it all together. Dude, look how awesome she looks. Hell yeah. Joker 2, which is called Joker Folie à Deux. Need to learn some French. Releases in October 2024, so there is still some time before it is ready for release. As Phillips said in his social media post, he's now digging into the cave to edit Joker 2 and put it all together. Joker 2 brings back Joaquin Phoenix as the main character, and leaked photos from the set have shown Joker and Harley together in a number of scenes. Director Todd Phillips also recently shared a new photo of Phoenix as Joker. Click the next photo. Yeah, I want to see that. Click the next photo button below to see him. Phoenix won an Oscar for his performance as Joker in a film that shattered expectations commercially and made more than $1 billion worldwide. Okay. Yes. Yes. Completely embracing it. Oh, yes, let's go. Oh, wow, I can't wait. Dude, look how... bruh. In addition to Phoenix's Oscar win for Joker, composer Hildur Guðnadóttir won the Best Original Score Academy the Academy Award for Best Original Score. They put it the other way around because they wrote Best Original Score Academy Award. Hildur is actually, she is pretty famous. I think she did the of course she's Icelandic. Of course she's Icelandic. Yeah, she did the Joker. She did the one for Chernobyl as well. Let's see. Oh, dang, right. I forgot. I had forgotten that this person had... Interesting. Yeah, this person, Johan Johansson. Yeah, he's done so many film scores. He did the one for Arrival. That one is beautiful. Okay, she has done, she collaborated with The Knife, one of my favorite bands of all time. Shout out Sweden. She also did, okay, film work. She did the one for Joker. She also worked on, she played cello in Arrival. Nice. She played cello in The Revenant. And she did the one for Chernobyl as well. Yes. Of course. Of course. Nice. Oh, dude. I cannot wait. Let's go. I can't. Oh, man. It's going to be so awesome. That's some weird shit. Oh, right. I forgot that Owen Wilson was doing he's like, I guess he's playing Bob Ross. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. You let me read the other one, but you won't let me read this one, New York Times? Come on now. Get out of here with that. Okay, so let's see. This is from themarysue.com. Jesus Christ. Paint tries to cash in on Bob Ross's legacy without respecting it. What? Wait, is he or is he not playing Bob Ross? This was written by Lauren Coates. It was published today, April 6th. So when the trailer for Owen Wilson's last film, Paint, first dropped, folks on the internet couldn't help but notice that Wilson's character, Carl Nargle, bears an awfully striking resemblance to beloved painter cable television host Bob Ross, whose series, The Joy of Painting, ran for a staggering 31 seasons on PBS. Let's just give a little round of applause for Bob Ross. I still watch his stream. Like they live stream all his episodes. He has a Twitch page, and people love watching it. I'll sometimes just leave it there, and while I'm doing something, I'll put it as background, cause why not, dude? Tap, tap, tap. Tap that devil away. Crazy. I love Bob Ross, man. Fun fact, Bob Ross used to be a drill sergeant. And he used to be a really tough drill sergeant, too. He was really known for having, like, a really huge mouth, and he would scream at people and whatnot. And when he decided to stop being a drill sergeant, that's when he decided to change his demeanor and the way he spoke to people. And that then led him to becoming the painter that we know to this day, and that's what he did. And he would just tap, 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 tap that devil away. Bro, shout out Bob Ross, man. The world needs more Bob Rosses. It's not hard to tell why so many viewers immediately assumed that Paint was some sort of Bob Ross biopic. I mean, alright. Everything from the embroidered shirts to the white guy afro to the soft-spoken vocal tones to the film's aesthetic sensibilities and poster font is very clearly and deliberately reminiscent of Ross and The Joy of Painting. But despite the overwhelming volume of visual references to Ross and his much-loved series, the trailer for Paint is conspicuously absent of any direct mentions of Ross's name, which has left many unsure of whether or not the film is actually about Bob Ross. They have a typo there. So is it? Short answer, nope. Despite the fact that Paint, nope, very good movie too. Check it out. But despite the fact that Paint is very clearly trying to invoke the viewer's existing understanding, knowledge of Bob Ross as the groundwork of Wilson's character, the film Paint is not a Bob Ross biopic, nor is it even a fictionalized recounting of his life. Instead, Paint is an entirely original, or as original as you can be when your entire identity is built on mimicking a real person, a comedy drama film that chronicles the failing romantic and professional lives of Carl Nargel, the most popular cable television painter in Vermont. Though he's had long-running success, his position as the monarch of TV painting is threatened when the network brings in a newer, younger female painter, Ambrosia, played by Sierra Renee, in an attempt to boost ratings. Between clashes with Ambrosia and a personal crisis about whether or not his art is good enough to be displayed in a local museum, Nargel also navigates a messy romantic history in which he repeatedly struck up relationships with network crew members. For a film that's seemingly parodying one of the most universally well-liked figures in America, Paint, for lack of a better word, its leading man not as a tender-hearted nature lover, but a manipulative hack who borderline abuses his fame and position of power at the network to attract women. Check this out. It just popped into my head. This is a really interesting TikTok video. Hopefully it had. Is it this one? I think it is this one. Wait, hold on. We'll put it with no sound. All this time, he was painting things that were. It all made sense. It was all one continuous thing, and we always thought it was just something random that he was doing every single time. I'll put it one more time. That's beautiful, bro. Come on. Dude, shout out Bob Ross, man. Dude, that is so beautiful, dude. Like, again, the world needs more Bob Rosses in their life. Alright, so he's repeatedly demonstrated to be callous. So, okay, they're talking about the character in the movie Paint, not Bob Ross. Although you never know. Again, you can't put your faith in celebrities, so for all we know, he was maybe the best person in the world, or maybe he wasn't. We don't know, but he's repeatedly demonstrated to be callous, self-centered, and entirely unaware of the pain he's causing in the lives of those around him, and the entire time it's being played for comedy. Though it technically falls under the label of dramedy, or perhaps, in a generous light, rom-com, Pain is utterly lacking in a sense of humor. The script is simply not funny, instead emphasizing Nargel's most toxic, repulsive qualities in an attempt to pull paradoxical humor from his soft-spoken television personality. But while a drama about an adored television personality who's secretly skeevy and manipulative is certainly an interesting story, trying to play the strange, winding narrative of Paint for comedy instead turns the film into a strange, lifeless parody lacking in self-awareness. Just sucks. It's not even a direct biopic of the great Bob Ross. It's just like some weird shit that they're using to, I guess, sell. Oh, nice. They're talking about the A24 movie. Okay, so Slate.com. This was written by Dan Coyce of Qua. Kelly Reichardt's new movie might be her most personal yet. The showing up director on Andre 3000's flute Michelle Williams' career and being a tough teacher. Dude, you got Andre 3000 there. Yes, one of my favorite musicians of all time, one of my favorite rappers of all time. Dude, Andre 3000, everything he touches, just gold. Automatically. Dude, he's like, oh, that man is just like light years ahead of us when it comes to his lyrics and the music that he puts out and the things that he talks about. Like everything, like it's like everything he says can be a one-liner that you could just use for anything. Man, shout out to Andre 3000. Alrighty. Yeah, this is this A24 movie. We're going to talk about Andre 3000. Do we have a picture of him? Oh, okay, so let's see. In this movie that is about people making the art, this is a question that they're asking. I guess it's Michelle Williams. Is that who it is? No, it's sorry, the director Kelly Reichardt. So it says in this movie that is about people making the art that is important to them and not being famous, you have in the midst of it an unbelievably famous artist doing something different from what they're famous for. Andre Benjamin, also known as Andre 3000, playing the guy who runs the kiln. I laughed a lot when I saw the credit, Flute by Andre Benjamin. Did you always hope he would provide some music in this movie? No, that only came about because he just walks around playing the flute all the time. He does a lot of drawings too. He's interested. We sent him to Long Beach where they have all these giant kilns. I thought he'd go for a few hours and he spent the day there and then just kept going back to make stuff. While we were shooting, he was getting his hands in the clay, and he had a room where he was just doing drawings, but predominantly he was walking around playing his flute. It just became the soundtrack to the film, because it was the soundtrack while we were making the film. On the last day at the school, he was kind enough to let us record him. He went out in the field and played for like 45 minutes, and the crew just sat out there really quietly. It was quite beautiful. Man, I'd love to see that. What? Come on. That would have been so great to see. At least that little scene of him playing the flute. Oh, so it came back negative. Okay, I did see that. Damn. Bruh, you got... That sucks, though, because I don't even follow any of that shit. And I remember that when it came out that like she was like leaving him for like that younger dude, the Styles guy, man. This is from AOL.com. I didn't even know this shit existed still. I thought AOL had gone with the wind by this point. It says, Olivia Wilde claims Jason Sudeikis does not pay child support as she has $107,000 in monthly expenses. You gotta kind of work on that though. $107,000 in monthly expenses. Like, what the fuck are your kids eating though? Like, what are you feeding these children? What kind of lavish lifestyle is this? $107,000, bro. That's like $1.2 million a year only in child support. I don't know. That seems a little excessive, don't you think? I don't know. I've never paid child support. I don't have kids, so I don't know what to say about that situation. But let me know in chat, because I don't know. Am I wrong? Like, is $107,000 a month not like excessively expensive? Like, who has that amount of monthly expense every month? Hey, Kushday, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Yeah, again, I'll say the amount one more time, just so we can be on the same page. It's $107,000 of child support. She has a monthly expense of $107,000. Lady, you need to do something about your lifestyle. Something needs to change, because I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Hey, maybe I'm just not used to living a lavish lifestyle like that. Because if you really think about it, $107,000. How many kids do they have? Let me see. So 2 children. So that's like that's what, like 52,000. Like what, like 53? Probably 53.5 per kid, like 53,500 per kid monthly. Bro, that's a salary of someone. That's something that people make a year, bro. And this person's making that shit a month in expenses. It's not even like revenue, making that money because they're doing something. That's $107,000, $53,000 for each kid monthly. That's it, as a monthly expense. What? All right. This was written by Miguel A. Melendez. It's like Olivia Wilde has formally requested in court that Jason Sudeikis start paying child support for their 2 children, claiming she has borne the lion's share of the expenses for the children, even though he earns significantly more than her. I mean, gotta pay that child support. Like, I get it. It's just, it has to be, I don't know. Obviously, it has to go through a court system, because you can't just make up numbers like that willy-nilly. So, obviously, it has to go through a court system. But, yeah, bro, you gotta pay that child support. Gotta see it from both ends. Yeah, it is expensive, but it takes 2 to tango. And if you tangoed, you should be paying for the consequences afterwards. Or you can be like me and just take care of yourself and not fall into that sham, and there you go. Do whatever you want. To be honest with you, I'm just messing with you. But if you do go down that route, yeah, you have to pay child support. So, according to legal documents first obtained by The Blast, the actress requested that a Los Angeles judge order the Ted Lasso star to pay child support retroactive to the date in which she first filed the case. The outlet reports that the actress claims to have more than $107,000 in monthly expenses, which includes almost $60,000 in rent, mortgage, and $4,000 in laundry and cleaning. Wow. So this person only in rent and mortgage alone is paying $720,000 a year. I live in California and I complain about the amount of rent that we have to pay here, which is extremely excessive. And you're telling me that you pay $720,000 a year, and that's for rent and mortgage only. And no, wait. No. A month, $60,000. $4,000 in laundry and cleaning. This is $4,000 a month. That's $48,000. Dude, that's why I tell you can't take your advice from celebrities. This is some bullshit. They live in another... It's an alternate reality that doesn't fit with the reality that you and I are in. It's completely different. It's completely askew. They have no idea. Are you listening to this? Dude, there's people in their life that will never see $60,000. There's people in their lifetimes that won't even see 50. There's states that pay $7.25 in the year 2023 minimum wage. And this person pays $60,000 of rent and mortgage. Make it make sense. Just please. In your own words. Make it make sense that we're struggling. People struggle everywhere in this whole country, but there's people that are paying $60K only in rent mortgage a month. I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the asshole. I don't know, maybe it's me. I've come to the point of thinking that maybe I'm the one that's I guess I'm the one that's wrong, because this is the life we live in. This is insane, bro. Get out of here with this. Wilde claims that while she and Sudeikis have been splitting certain expenses for the children, such as their school tuition, she's the one bearing 100% of the cost of the children's care when they are with me, including, but not limited to, their food, clothing, childcare, extracurricular activities, and transportation costs. That should be split down the middle. Homie should be paying child support. Takes two to tango. But according to the court documents, Wilde told the court she makes $40,000 a month in salary, $60,000 from Wilde company income and rental property income. She also told the court she has $645,187 in bank accounts and over $10 million in other assets. What do you guys say to that? How's your day going so far? There are people that go to college and shit that they spend their whole lives. They go into debt trying to get an education and go to college and shit, and they'll never see that amount of money. You feel me? Like, really? Word. $645,187 in bank accounts and over $10 million in other assets. And there are people that work their whole lives, 2 to 3 jobs to afford rent, to afford basic necessities. Man, what do we need celebrities for? Be honest with yourself. Like, be honest. I understand that they like make movies and shit. I get it. It's talent. There's plenty of talent out there. You know, in many forms of life, and it comes in many different ways. But really, what the fuck do we need these celebrities for? Be honest with yourself. We don't need them. We're overpaying people that live in an alternate reality that literally look down on everyone else. Do you understand? Dude, there are mothers in this country that have been fighting years to try to get child support because they don't have any money and have to work 2 jobs and shit. This person has over $10 million in other assets. He still needs to pay child support. And I repeat it again because it takes 2 to tango. But do you understand like the disconnect between what they're claiming to be their situation and what us normal people have to go through? It's crazy. I'm not even gonna read it anymore, man. This sucks. Get out of here with this bullshit. This is the world. And the thing is, we've allowed it to we permitted it, and we've allowed it, and we've enabled it. I feel like we've enabled it to the point where this is where we are right now. Are you out of your mind? Again, there's people in this country that won't ever see $50,000 in their bank account, $10,000. I read the other day, the average American has $1,000 or less in a bank account. This immense disparage between these celebrities that are making this crazy amount of money. Yet you have like nurses and shit and like people like working like 2-3 jobs, dude, and they can barely afford to make it. That's I don't know, is it me? Again, I asked the same question. Let me know in chat. Is it me? Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? Or have we as human beings lost our minds when we're paying these people millions of dollars for bullshit? Like, really? We're paying, like, these people get paid millions of dollars so that something happens in the world, and they make a crappy video singing Imagine by John Lennon. I keep mentioning that because it's probably one of the cringiest celebrity moments I've ever seen in my life. Have you seen what these people say on a daily basis? Come on, man. They live in an alternate reality where they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. This is it. We have perpetuated this long enough, and I think that it's time for it to just stop. Because it's not going the way we thought it was going to go. Alrighty, I'm gonna start getting a raid ready. We have made it to the end of the show. If you've been here to this point, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know what's happening to my camera. The huge, like they say. There's always something. I'm waiting for the camera to get back into place. There we go. That's the way I test it. Alright, well, I appreciate you being here. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow we'll do... we're going to be talking about Ecuador tomorrow. We're going to learn about their history. We're going to learn about their culture. It's going to be in Spanish and English, so it'll be a variety of both. I'll whatever I say in Spanish, I'll translate it to English. But it's going to be a very fun Knowledge is Power episode. Just remember, I'm live, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Tuesdays through Thursday. It was supposed to be originally Monday through Thursday. I'm still working on Monday, but Tuesdays through Friday, Tuesday to Thursday starting at 9 a.m. Fridays at 10 a.m. We do 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesdays for True Crime and Murder Mystery Wednesdays. Quick recap. I am King Angel. I'm a Bay Area live streamer and content creator. I focus on, for my live streams, news, hangouts, entertainment, reviews, reactions. Same for my YouTube uploads. All that content that I create is reviews and reactions to movie trailers, music videos, concert videos. I chop up bits and pieces of my live streams and I upload them there as well, so I try to keep it as entertaining as possible. Check out my YouTube channel, subscribe to my channel, like my videos. You can comment on them as well, let me know what you think. Share it out to your loved ones. For Twitch, you can use your Amazon Prime. I would really appreciate that. If you want to further support me and join my Patreon community, it's $2 a month. You get a whole bunch of benefits, and I'm adding more benefits to that as well. You can find that in the description box or the about section or the informative part of my page, wherever you're watching me from. You can join the Discord, King Angel's Entertainment Lounge. We watch movies, album listens, documentaries, TV shows, educational videos, courses, a little bit of everything. So join that Discord. You can also find a link in the same place. And you can find me all across social media: TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the whole shebang bang. Check out my blogspot as well. You can find that link in the link tree link that'll take you to that webpage that has all the links that you can find me on. And last but not least, I appreciate you being here. Remember, your time is very precious, and the fact that you're here spending it with me, taking the time out to hang out with me and listen to what I have to say, I really appreciate it very, very much. It means the world to me, and I love being in front of a camera. I love doing what I do. This makes me extremely happy, and my goal is to take this to the next level, and I'll be able to do that with your help. So follow me here on Twitch, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's get this raid ready. We're going to be raiding my buddy Innate. Really great streamer. I think he's playing Valorant right now. We'll go ahead and we'll raid him. Have a very wonderful day. This is the King Angel Show. I'm King Angel, your favorite host. Peace.